the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Miami has a Dolphin, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Everybody, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
All right, coming to you live from Orlando, Florida. This is the MBAR Show. We're just going to jump into it right now and here. It's been a while since I've been on live podcast, but we're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins and the future of their organization. After going 7-9, you know, being a Dolphins fan, being an optimistic fan is that, you know, it's been an up and down season. Yes, we had, you know, some games that were, you know, we beat some playoff caliber teams, you know, in the Miami Miracle, but besides that, it didn't result in any playoff, you know, exposition. So with head coach being fired, Adam Gase, you know, and they're interviewing Darren Rizzi Friday for it. I don't even know his current past, but it's going to take more than just the head coach. I don't know why they just got rid of him first, but I mean, that's just my opinion. But Ryan Tannehill must go, you know, or stay on the team as a wide receiver. I don't know if he can take those kind of hits, but I mean, he's shown his toughness, but he's just not the franchise caliber quarterback that they thought he would be. But being understanding his position in college was not fully a quarterback. So, you know, I don't know where they go. You know, the draft is not so great when it comes to marketing the market of quarterbacks. It's more of a defensive draft, what I've heard and noticed. I don't know, it just makes you scratch your head as a Miami Dolphins fan, because we're kind of used to this as continuous year in and year out. It's mediocre. 7-9, 8-8. We had that one 2016, 10-6, but you go to the playoffs, get beat by Pittsburgh, which it was a cold game, but still, and it snowed. But that's not the case. We just haven't had the quarterback since Dan Marino, so we really need a quarterback. And I don't know if it's going to come in this draft or the next, but it seems like the Miami Dolphins are, you know, not any time soon, unless they get lucky with, I think they're trying to get Jim Harbaugh from Baltimore in a trade, but I think that was just a rumor. But you know, he's more likely going to stay in Baltimore. And with the off track a little bit, the NFL playoffs, the Los Angeles Chargers beat, and now it's off the top of my head. No, I know now it's Baltimore Ravens, because they won the North title, so they had the home field. So yeah, they beat them in Baltimore, 23-17, I believe. And you know, Jackson had a chance at the end, but fumble straight out of his hand. It was kind of crazy. But San Diego looks pretty good. Well, I call them San Diego. I'm just so used to the Chargers being called San Diego Chargers, not Los Angeles. But, you know, it's really funny. We have a chance to have two Los Angeles teams being hosts in the Super Bowl because they're two different divisions, NFC and AFC. So it's interesting. But Los Angeles Chargers have to go to New England, Foxborough. Good luck with that. But, you know, they can't be beat, though. They've lost 5 this year, so New England's not, you know, you got Tom Brady as, you know, one of the best quarterbacks, but they can be beat. And then you have the Colts going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, another great matchup with the Colts being the 6th seed, barely getting into the playoffs, making their, you know, every opportunity that they've had to overcome adversity. They've done it this year. Just to get into the playoffs, they had to beat Tennessee in Tennessee. And, you know, it's not easy necessarily, you know, to do when any game in the NFL doesn't come easy. But with that being said, you know, getting back to the Miami Dolphins, you know, I love them dearly. But, you know, the key injuries to the beginning of the year. So, you know, you can't necessarily fault Ryan Tannehill too much because I can't say the names right now. But we got number 15, number 19. I know one of them's Albert. One of them is, they're just both speedy, Mr. Speedies. But, you know, we lost them, and Ryan Tannehill didn't have too many targets after that. And, what's his name? Parker. Parker is in and out of the lineup too, so, you know, it's tough to say where Ryan Tannehill will go if they decide to cut him. I'm thinking maybe like a New York Giants organization might look at him. Another quarterback that we haven't really looked at is David Fales, I'm sorry. But we'll see how that, I mean, he's still young talent. But like I said, you know, we just don't know what's in store. You know, the Miami Dolphins are kind of known for not making the right choices. You know, that Brock Osweiler as the backup did terrible for us this year. They should have had a better backup than him. And, you know, we just got to see what happens. You know, be optimistic. But it just doesn't register with me that we're going to have anytime soon playoff Dolphins football. Regardless of the song in the beginning, you know, I love my team, but I also know that it's going to take a lot more players. It takes a whole team. It can't just be the quarterback. You know, it can't just be the head coach. It has to be the whole team. Defense, offense, special teams, punter, kicker. It just goes to show. I mean, look at the Philly-Chicago game. Hits the post that you're down by 1. It should be an easy field goal, right? No. Misses it. I'm not saying that he's not a good kicker, but I'm just saying it just goes to show that, you know, when you just lay back and think you got it, you know, that's when you least expect it is when you lose. And, you know, we've all seen that in sports, not just the NFL. But, you know, I'm really looking forward to this weekend's divisional matchups. It's just a lot more going into the NFC a little bit with the Saints, home field advantage. You know, I believe they're going up against the Cowboys. And it's the Los Angeles Rams. Now they go up against Dallas. I ain't looked at the NFC too much. I'm not gonna, you know, get into that too much. But the Miami Dolphins, you know, once Frank Gore went down, Ryan Tannehill came back into the lineup. Didn't have too many players to throw to. You know, wide receiver. You know, that's just the way it goes. When your team is not healthy, your record shows. Your record proves it. You know. With that being said, we're going to take a little break. This is the MBAR Show. We're on every 2 weeks now. Sometimes I go every week, but it just depends on my schedule with the baby boy on the way. There's a lot more priorities than this, but I'm glad to be doing this tonight. This is the MBAR Show. We'll be right back. Okay, I only got 4 minutes. I only got 4 minutes. Really is my passion, is really in my faith. But I love sports cause it brings us together. Let me bathe, let me really understand, let me bitch. Cause I know people on that hook. And I'm not talking about anything that I'm shook. Yeah, addiction's really crazy when you think about it. When it takes your baby or your lady, a lot of things, man, that are not in your mind. I'm just really sitting here trying to be a positive vibe. Inspiration, no, it's not just storytelling. Yeah, I'm talking about my dreams, talking about, yes, what we need to see in this life. It doesn't mean that I practice what I preach, but that's the next episode, you know what I mean. All power to God, all power to God. It don't matter if he has people make you, they don't nod. And I'm talking about when you walk by a stranger. These people don't understand your language, or they don't understand your bang, and they don't understand your barriers. And everything is, everybody's been through some pain. And I'm just saying, this is MBAR, and this will remain my name. It doesn't matter exactly what you think about me. I don't even really even need to hear the beat. I see the tiger's eyes watching me. Everything is on another peak. You see him around the block. People don't understand. I will probably never trust a lot. Don't trust a lot. Don't even trust that measure. I'm gonna get right back to ya. Alright. This is the MBAR Show. We're gonna be checking out, but we got a faith episode coming up. Episode 37. I don't know what I'm gonna title it yet, but it's right after this. Thank you for listening, and this was non-rehearsed. Let's get it. Oh. Thank you for pressing play, and thank you for listening. This is the MBAR Show. I don't even know what's on. I gotta keep on chugging along. People sometimes just they won't even belong, but you gotta just go through the pain. Go through the pain. I ain't trying to really point my finger, but the Holy Spirit has another lane. It's just that everything comes out at the right time. It doesn't matter if it's never really at that right moment. And there's no, it's all about never too late. Everybody's talking about fate, and everybody knows their direction, but they can't wait.